Hello, good morning to all. Today we have to study about centrifugal pump, the subject of basic of mechanical engineering. The centrifugal pump is the types of pump. The main types of the pump is positive displacement pump and rotodynamic displacement pump. In a positive displacement pump, there is a two types: reciprocating pump and rotary pump. And rotodynamic pump, there is a centrifugal pump. Centrifugal, there is a three types of the pump are available: volute type pump, vortex type pump, and diffuser type pump. In this video, we have to cover the introduction part of this centrifugal pump, centrifugal pumps elements, number of and various part of the use in a centrifugal pump, impeller, volute pump, vortex pump, and diffuser. This is the three type of centrifugal pump. Then after the pump is series and pump in parallel. The introduction part. Centrifugal pump are the most widely for transporting chilled water, hot water, and condenser water because of their high efficiency and reliable operation. The centrifugal pump always pass a liquid, not used for any type of the air and gases for any centrifugal pump. Most of condition we have to only liquid pass from the centrifugal pump. There is a gap between two blade is higher, so that is give a higher discharge, means that is give a higher efficiency. So it can be used as a transfer of chilled water, hot water, and condenser water. Most pump, a centrifugal pump, convert rotational energy often from a motor into the energy in a moving fluid. The centrifugal pump works on a rotary motion. The rotary motion provided by the any external machine like as a motor, petrol engine, diesel engine. This the rotational energy converted into the moving fluid. That means fluid pass from one place to another place. Centrifugal pump accelerate liquid and convert the velocity of the liquid to static head. The accelerate of the liquid flow can pass one height to latitude height at a static head. Means we have to pass from one floor to another floor. A typical centrifugal pump consists of an impeller rotating inside the spiral casing, a shaft, mechanical seal and bearing on the both end of the shaft, suction inlets and discharge outlet. This terminology we can show in our next slide. This is a figure of centrifugal pump. There is a number of various elements. First we have to start from this bottom. This is a strainer. It's give a filtration process of the liquid or water. We have to consider as a working fluid in a water, so we can use the water word for a working fluid. When the water pass from the suction line, the first portion is strainer. Strainer is a one type of the filter. It's remove the solid particle and only allows to transfer liquid into the suction pipe. The second portion is a foot valve. There is a one-way valve. Water can pass from one side and it cannot pass from a return back. Means the one-way valve means water can pass upward direction, but downward direction it cannot pass. That's called a foot valve. The function of foot valve is that it's give a remain filling with the pump with the water. This is the sump level. Sump level means this is the bottom tank water level. There is the filling of water at this level. This pipe is a suction pipe where is the water transfer from sump to inside the casing or pump. This height from the center of the centrifugal pump and this sum is called a suction head. Then after the center of pump to the higher discharge overhead tank, this called as a discharge head. There is a suction head and there is a discharge head. Here is a one vacuum gauge are mounted to know the vacuum inside the suction line, so that we can observe that the pump is in working condition or not. How many vacuum are created inside the pump. There is a housing are provided to the impeller is called as a casing. Inside there is a one wheel with a curvature blade, that's called as a impeller. That's called as a impeller. Here the delivery flange means there is a joint of pipe to delivery line and also one attached as a pressure gauge to know the pressure outside of the pump or at a discharge side. This line as a discharge line where we have to fluid pass from the pump to overhead tank, and this is a overhead tank at a some static head. This is the basic terminology of the pump. In center there is a one hole to enter the liquid from the suction line called as a eye of impeller. This is a base where is the mounted our centrifugal pump. Now we can see this is the impeller. This impeller is a actual impeller and this impeller is just shown in a line diagram. This blue section are called as a centrifugal pump and this fan type of the figure is called as a impeller. In an actual condition, the impeller was look like as this type of the image. The first type of the centrifugal pump is a volute type pump. There is a discharge side, in center inlet side means there is a flow and eye. The water can pass from this suction line to pump inside, that's called as a eye. This type of the figure blue shade are known as a impeller. This position is a front side and this position is a side view of the pump, where the pump impeller is mounted on the center of the centrifugal pump. There is a area is gradually increasing because where we have to convert kinetic energy into the potential energy. When the rotational is start, the impeller rotate in the clockwise direction. The centrifugal force occurs during this time. If you have to, for example, if you have to take any object and rotate at a high speed with some center, if you have to release this body with any angle with the center, the body can move from its original center, means it's try to oppose the center because of we have to give the rotational speed and it's create a centrifugal force, and centrifugal force always oppose the center. So this type of the pump are create a centrifugal force in impeller side. So that's all type of the pump we can say as a centrifugal pump. The volute centrifugal pump, this is the impeller with four blade and eye. When the water enter from the eye and pass through the impeller blade, where the impeller is a rotating at a high speed and centrifugal force are generated. Due to the centrifugal force, the water take a kinetic energy with some velocity. Then after this water are passed through the casing side. The casing area is gradually increasing area at the discharge pipe. So this area are converted kinetic energy into the potential energy, so that the pressurized water easily coming out from the discharge. This water are coming out from the discharge. At the center, it's create a low pressure, so that the low pressure suck the water from the suction tank and enter into the suction line through the enter into the eye at the casing inlet. The liquid leaving the impeller entered the volute chamber with a high velocity and gradually reduced. The pressure increased due to the gradually increasing area of the casing. There we have two shown in this figure. Is the yellow shade to the pink shade is a gradually increasing of area. The main function of this gradually increasing area is converted kinetic energy into the potential energy. The next pump is a vortex type pump. In this pump, there is a working and principle are same as to a volute pump to vortex pump. There is a one vortex chamber are available in this pump. In this casing, the impeller surrounded by the spiral casing. This is the spiral casing. The vortex casing is the casing in which circular chamber is provided between the casing and impeller. This is a circular chamber that we call as a vortex chamber. When the impeller start rotating, the water can pass from the blade with a centrifugal force as a kinetic energy due to the high rotational speed of the impeller. Then after this arrow are mentioned that the higher velocity rise water pass through the vortex chamber. The function of the vortex chamber is that it's convert kinetic energy to potential energy. It convert the kinetic energy to the potential energy. The casing is such shape that its cross section area are increasing from the tongue to the delivery pipe. Means this area are gradually increasing at the end of discharge side. Due to the impact of high velocity water leaving the impeller. This is the arrow are mentioned that there is a higher velocity and that leave the impeller. At this time the vortex chamber convert kinetic energy into the potential energy, and then after this potential and pressurized water coming out from the vortex pump. Here we saw that this is the liquid, this is the green shape is a casing, blue shape is a impeller, and the orange shape is a water. This liquid enter from the center of the pump. Then after this particle are move around the impeller with higher velocity and collected into the casing. Then the energy are converted kinetic to potential energy, and this liquid are coming out from the vortex pump. The next pump is a diffuser type pump. Is the casing shaft means internally connected with the direct couple with motor, rotating impeller, delivery pipe. Here is a impeller in a two stage, stage 1 and stage 2. There is a outer stage is a stationary diffuser. We cannot move the blade angle. And the inner side is a rotating impeller. That means we can move the guide blade, which guide the water from the center eye of the impeller. In this pump, the impeller is surrounded by a series of guide blades mounted on the ring, which is known as a diffuser. The function of the diffuser is convert kinetic energy into the pressure energy. The liquid leaving the impeller flow through a diffuser and its area gradually increase, means that the area are gradually increase to converting kinetic energy into the pressure energy. Diffuser, the velocity water falls and pressure increase. For this, the main advantages of this diffuser type pump, it's give a pressurized water compared to volute and vortex type centrifugal pump. Vortex and volute type pump are used for a horizontal flow or low level head, whereas to not using for a long distance and long height because of there is a higher, not a higher pressurized centrifugal pump. But diffuser centrifugal pump can use for a long distance horizontal flow and higher vertical flow. Here you have to study about the multi-stage centrifugal pump. Multi-stage centrifugal pump, there is two types, pump in a series and pump in a parallel. A centrifugal pump containing two or more impeller is called as a multi-stage centrifugal pump. If you have to require more power, means pressure, or require more discharge as per our utilization work, we have to using a two or more than two pump. That's called as a multi-stage centrifugal pump. There is two types, pump in a series and pump in a parallel. Here the figure is mentioned that there is a two pump we have to using. The pump are connected in a series. The first pump is directly linked with A and output is a B. For the higher pressure at the outlet, the impeller can be connected in a series. Multi-stage centrifugal pump, the second type is pump in a parallel. Here the pump are connected in a parallel condition. There is a pump 1, pump 2 and pump 3. There is a pump 1, 2 and 3. Sir, this is the common header for inlet water and common header for outlet water. These three pumps are connected in a parallel. These pumps are sucked from the water at here, the second pump from here and third from here, and gives output at a common header. Pump in parallel, for a higher flow output, impeller can be connected in a parallel condition. We have to remember the sentence word. If we have two pump connected in a series, it's give a higher pressure. Pump are connected in a series, it's give a higher pressure and Q constant. Means pump output Q discharge constant to from one pump to last pump. If you have to attach pump in a parallel condition, it's give a higher flow, means it's give a maximum discharge, but the pressure remain constant during pump first to last. Okay, thank you.